Welcome back to 4Cloud Channel. I am Yuri Santana. We about to dive back into Persona 5 Royal. Shit is going down, bro. Like, my whole thing is this, bro. My whole thing is this. What the fuck is going on, bro? Like, I don't know if y'all watched the last episode, bro. But watch the last episode if you ain't watched this episode. When I tell you, last episode was one of the most crucial episodes I've ever seen in my life. In the game. I'm confused right now. I don't know what's going on. I ain't gonna spoil anything if nobody watched it. But some shit happened to where it's like, god damn, bro. God damn. Hold on, give me 1 second. See what I'm saying? I didn't expect him to commit suicide. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. Yo, go watch the last episode, y'all. Real talk. The last episode, crazy. He killed himself, huh? I guess we'll never know his motivation. Bro, I hope that I didn't get the fucked up ending type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm exhausted. It feels like my consciousness is about to fade away. Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening? Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back. Are you listening? I am. Oh, hold on, y'all. My bad. I got the volume way too loud. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has been confirmed. He did indeed have an ulterior motive. It's on a completely different level than just that. Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill Yuri. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we will most likely be met by a large ambush of police forces. To think he would have gone this far. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace. If 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment. So this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us? He made us go after Okamura, then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he has seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time. The whole time he's working with Makoto's sister? He was just some homicidal maniac? Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got proof enough to do it? No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders came from somewhere else. The grand mastermind behind this all. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station? Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi. But what means do we have of learning his identity? We'll have to make Akechi say it, but once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us. I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that that's no longer possible and abandons the plan, he may opt to kill us immediately. Damn it. So we don't have a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion? But if we go into the palace like we're told, Yuri will get arrested and then Kichi will kill him. Palace. Actually, there's something I like to say regarding... we can use the palace to our advantage. What's this all of a sudden? There's a way to get past the Kichi and get the mastermind to lay it off of us, all while learning his identity. Really? You gotta be kidding me. If he wants to kill Yuri, why not let him? That is inside of a palace. Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive Yuri, all while believing he killed the real one. Yeah, that's it. It seems that's our only option. It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how to carry out this operation. It had me thinking I was dead as fuck, bro. Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they? Waiting upstairs. Go and tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him. Where the fuck am I at? You're her sister, correct? Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry I caused you so much trouble this past summer. It's ancient history now. But man, that goddamn detective. Look who's here. Woo! Hey, big bastard. How have you been? Ghostly. You're not floating. It truly is a relief to see your face again. I bet that moron Akichi don't even know we tricked him yet. Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead? You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here though. Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died too. Almost gave me a heart attack. I didn't have time to explain. Hey, should we tell boss what really happened? Wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves is dead. What? What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse. Hold on a sec. Enemy fake? What are you talking about? The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our true goal here was to determine their identity. The true culprit? I see, so you guys were going up against someone else. It was Goro Akichi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you? I didn't though, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Akichi messed up. Akichi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake. Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akichi was the real culprit? It wasn't something we could simply bring up. Couldn't have you suspect Akichi. it is kind of suspect how Akichi winded up like he was already like experienced. He ain't had no transformation to none of that shit, bro. Which is weird as fuck. We couldn't have you suspect Akichi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you? True. Akichi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move. God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So was this mistake Akichi made? So what was this mistake Akichi made? What did he do? He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice. You mean our cat? Yes, Morgana can talk. Huh? Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke? Oh, our apologies, that's completely true. You surprised? Does that mean he said something just now as well? But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was all that's how it was for all of us at first too. When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely. Thanks to Akichi's lame acting, we figured out something was up. We talked to Akichi at the school festival. He was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. We already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier. Oh, you know what place? I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here. Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes. Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. Wow. And how would he have been able to hear Mona? I mean, yeah, what's his full name? That's crazy. Dang, that's crazy. How would he? What's this motherfucker full name, bro? Morgana. Mona. Why the fuck they call it Mona? Had been Akichi had already been in the metaverse by then. That is crazy. That flew over my head. Since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us. It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment wasn't an honest one after all. The story was too good. He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone. I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planning my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it though. Imagine that each detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help. It was just an act. After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal. Then, I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day, and with that room, my task will be simple. Is this for real? Yes. The guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence. So they plan to get rid of that guard from the beginning. Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest, and thus the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will be a great hero who saved Japan from evil, as will I, of course. I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he'd gone this far. He's no ace detective. Akichi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes. On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akichi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station? That's why we had to make a move before they did. I see.
明智をお姉ちゃんの認知世界におびき寄せ、偽物を殺させて死んだと錯覚させる。
We baited Akichi into Sis's palace. We baited Akichi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but we baited Akichi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him. Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world? We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed. What conditions? First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality. That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal. That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse. Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. That brings back memories. You totally can't tell the difference if there isn't any distortions around. We had already investigated Najima-san's problems when Makoto brought this suggestion to us. I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it. It was a great idea. Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations. Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive. I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akichi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart after all. My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. Sorry I couldn't see that. That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation in Najima-san. And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop? I'm sorry. Go on. There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world. Once we heard from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akichi knowing. There was also one more thing we absolutely need to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room. Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
でもカジノの客や
Once we
警察官を
saw
見て
the
大丈夫だと
casino,
確信した。
hold on, yeah. Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work.
どこをどう見ても
They looked no
実物
different
の
from
人間
actual
にしか
living
見えない。
people.
そっから先は
After all, we
明智を
just
騙しなが
had
ら
to
のパレ
work
ス
our
攻
way
略
to the palace like usual while keeping Akichi in the dark. What time is it?
お姉ちゃんのシャドウを倒すところ
Everything
ま
went
で
as
予
planned
定通
until
り
we defeated Sister's shadow.
けど予想外
However,
の警察
it
の
was
待ち伏せにあ
then
って
that we
私
were
たちは
met with
同
a
点。
terrifying, unexpected police
肝
ambush.
心のお宝
As a
を持ち
result,
去れなく
even
なって
though
し
we
まう。
managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
というのはお芝居。
Except that was all an act.
事前に
We had
空の
prepared
話
an
を仕込んで
empty briefcase
お宝
beforehand
を
and
持ち去
merely
る演
acted
技を
like
し
we
た。
were taking the
警察
treasure.
が来るのは知って
This
い
was
たから。
because we knew the police would be coming for us.
警察が確実に
We
待
made
ち伏せしてく
sure
れるよう
before
に
the
手を
operation
打
that
っておい
police
たんだ
would
よ
be
ね。
waiting to ambush us.
であいつ
And
予
just
想
as
通り食いつ
expected,
い
he
た
totally
ってわ
took
け。
the bait.
警察に捕らえられる
Yuri
ところ
getting
までは
captured by
予
the
定
police
通り
went
進んだ。
exactly how we planned it.
私は何も知らずに尋
And
問
I
をして
had
い
been
た。
and I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this.
でもどうやって
But how
私
did
を
you lure Akichi
認
into
知世
this
界の尋
Cognito
問
World's
室
interrogation room?
座標を取ればやれる。
All I needed were the coordinates. It seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later.
明智は
Akichi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious.
現実の尋問室にいた
It must have been truly hilarious for a leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room.
誰も来ない
Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
そのために私に携帯を
So that's why you gave me your phone.
君の言葉に動
I
か
only
され
took
る
it
まで
because
受
of
け
what
取
you
ったけ
told
ど
me.
この目で見られなく
It's
て
a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself. I couldn't see it either.
私だって急にスマホに届いたメッセージを飲み込むだけで精一杯だったわよ。
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone.
参ったわね。じゃあつまり
So in other
私
words,
も一瞬異世界にい
I've
たって
been
こ
to
と
the
なの。
metaverse, I bet, for a brief moment.
短時間なら
In our experience, there is great danger when someone enters their own palace for a shorter time.
携帯電話を託したもう
That's
一
the
つ
other
の理由
reason we
が
had
それ
him
ぜ
give it to you.
アリババからのメッセージ
We
に従
needed
って
you to listen to
監視を
Alibaba,
騙して
deceive
彼
the
の脱出を
guard,
手伝
and
ってもらう
ultimately
こと。
aid in his escape.
尋問室へ引き
By
返させ
having
れ
you
ば
head back
新
to the
島さんを異世
interrogation
界から
room,
返す
we
の
could
は同
return
時
you
に
to the
悲し
real
い。
world as well.
つーか慌て
I
て
mean,
戻られて暗
I
殺
had
帰
to
りの
think
明
of
智
some
と
way
鉢
to
合わ
keep
せ
you
ないよ
from
う
running
に
into
言い
Akichi
方考
mid
え
assassin.
呆れた。
Astounding.
私の中で
I
大
hadn't
作
the
戦が決
slightest
行されて
idea
るなん
that
て
such an operation was taking place within me.
尋問中にお
I'm
姉さ
so
んを説
glad
得
Yuri
する
was able
件
to persuade you during the
本当まで行ってよ
interrogation.
かったよね。明智の手は分かってたの。
Even though
そ
we
こだけ
knew
はずっと
Akichi's
不安だった
plan,
から。
we were pretty worried about that part.
そうね。
True.
どういうこと
Why is that?
お姉ちゃんを味方につ
Without
けなけれ
Sis on
ば
our side,
双葉
Futaba's
の回
plan
復
and
もその
subsequent
後の脱
breakout
出も
would
叶
have
いま
never
せん。
been possible.
その説得こそ
That
最大の
persuasion
勝
was
負どころで
easily
し
our
た。
greatest gamble.
お姉ちゃんと事前の
Couldn't
話し合いなど
consult
不
Sis
可能。
beforehand. It was
尋問中
absolutely
の
to make
一
or
発勝
break
負。
moment of the
一
entire
か八か
plan.
のか。
でもあの限られた時間の中でよく私を落としたわよね。自信あったの？
Still, I'm surprised you can convince me in such. Still, I'm surprised you can convince me in such short time. Were you confident you can do it? Don't remember drugs.
そうよね。
Understandable.
いずれにしてもよくあんな状況。
Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
真犯人の計画を伝えられさえすれば、お姉ちゃんは気づくと思ったの。
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture.
怪盗団のリーダーは真実を言っていて、追うべき悪は他にいるって。
Realized that Yuri was telling the truth and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
結果見事
As a
に勝
result,
利を
we
得た
emerged victorious.
私に秘密にしていたの
And the
は
reason you
真
kept
犯人
this
の
a
尻尾を
secret
掴
from
む
me
ため
was
の
so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
そう。
Yes.
それに
Plus, you had lost
当時
control
のお
of
姉ちゃ
yourself
ん
at that
は
time.
乾杯だわ。
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
明智に偽物を
Kind of
殺させ
figured
た
out that you
の
guys
は
made Akichi kill
一
him
体
fake.
はどう
But
したんだよ
what did you do about the body?
警察は
police
遺体を
never
楽
even
に確
checked
認
it.
しなかったんです。
Huh?
射殺された遺体が
They
自
had a
殺に偽装
coroner
できる
working
よ
to
う
ensure
検視官が協力
Yurikan's
者になりま
death
した。
was reported as suicide.
検視官はろくに自殺現場も確認せず、
That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
そこまで悪
The
党
bad
の手が
guys
入
have
ってん
so
の
much influence.
でなければ、署
Murder in
内
a
で射
police
殺なんて
station
無謀
would
ですよ。
be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
私は
Thanks
双葉
to
ちゃんのメッセ
Taba-chan's
ージ
messages
と
and the
監視の
guard's
挙動で理
demeanor,
解した。
I eventually came to understand.
何も知らない警
And
察
since
上
the
層部
higher
は
ups at the police
蜂
knew
の巣を
nothing
つ
of
いたよう
this,
な大
this
騒
was
ぎに。
thrown in disarray.
結果、明智
As
の
a
計
result,
画通りに
Yurikan's suicide during
獄中自
imprisonment
殺
was
だと報
reported
道
on
さ
the
れ
news
た。
just as Akichi planned.
その騒動の
And
裏を
with the
ついて、
confusion, he was
彼
able to
は
escape
新
with
島さんの
Nejima's
力を
help.
借りて脱出したんです。
モルグに遺体がないこ
I
とへの
made
偽
sure
装
nobody
工
would
作
check
も
the
成
morgue
功
for
し
his
て、
body, and thanks
未
to
だ
that,
に生
nobody
存がバ
knows
レ
he
てない。
survived.
尋問中の拷問も
Thinking
ひど
back
す
to
ぎ
the
る。
interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to Yuri.
平然と暴力や薬ま
The
で使うなん
callous
て異
use
常
of
よ。
violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal.
もし意識を
If
失
he
っ
had
て
lost
携帯の
consciousness
件を
and
言えなけれ
hadn't
ば
been able to
殺
tell
されて
Sis
た。
about the phone, he would have died.
本当よく
I'm
無事で
truly
帰っ
glad
て
you
きて
made
く
it
れた。
back, Yuri. It was close.
私も
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
でも自
It
殺
still
報道
freaked
を見
me
た
out
時
when I
は
saw the
さすが
suicide
に
on the
焦った
news,
よ。
though.
彼が尋問を受
We
けて
made
る
sure to
間
live normal
疑われ
lives
ないよ
while
う
he
に
was
普
being
通の生活を
interrogated to
心がけてま
avoid
した。
drawing any suspicion.
と言っても
Even
内
with
心
that,
ずっとドキ
I
ドキで
couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
ま
Oh,
あ
I
俺は
knew
瞬間
right
成
away
功
our
したと
plan worked out.
俺もそう信じた
I
かった
wanted to
が
believe, but considering what we were up against.
リュウジは能天気
Ryuji's
で
a bit
鈍
on the
感だ
dense
から
and
な。
carefree side.
猫は黙ってろ
Can it, cat?
ほとぼりが冷めるまで来
I had
る
to
の
be
我慢して
patient
たけ
and
ど、
avoid this place until things settled down. I feel relieved now.
生きてると分かってても
We knew he was
何
alive,
を見るま
but
では
it
安
was
心できないもん
difficult
だな
not to worry until we confirmed it in person.
今思えば私が尋問を許されたことなんて
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head
死ぬ予
commander.
定の相手を尋
What a
問して
joke
た
let
なん
me
て
interrogate
ひど
someone
い
who was
茶
meant
番
to die. They just wanted to avoid
単に
backlash.
いいわ
Very well.
私
From
は
here
今後
forward,
も
I
あ
will
なたたちに
do my
最
most
大
to
限の
assist
協
you.
力をする助けてもらったし
You
ね
saved me after all.
心強いです。
It's reassuring to hear.
ねえ俺も
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
さてちょっ
Take
と
a
休
break
憩
for
しよ
now,
うぜ
though. This
おっ
old
さん
brain
頭
is
が疲れち
pooped.
まったよああそれとこれからは集まって話したいときは一回も好きに使っていいぞ
Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together and talk.
安心できるアジトがいるだろう。言って
You'll
くれ
need
れ
a
ば
safe hideout where
早
you
島
can
に
be
してやるよ
safe. Just say the word and I'll close shop early.
そんないいんですか？
Are you sure?
うかつに外へ出らんねえや
This
つも
guy
いる
can't
が
leave. Plus, you
下
won't be
で
able
誰が
to
聞い
make
てるかもわか
much
らん状態
progress
じ
if
ゃ
people
そ
can
れ
hear
も
you from
はかどらん
downstairs.
もともとそのぐらい
It's
で
not
ご
like
ざ
this
んす
place
ほ
is
ど
the liveliest joint in
やって
town.
ねえし
It
な
won't be a huge loss for me.
お言葉に甘えさせてもらおう。やはり大した御仁だ。
Let us accept his offer. What a great man. What the fuck is going on, bro? Yuri Santana.
どこかで聞いたよ
Sounds familiar. It's me, Hakichi.
入れ
Enter.
主犯格の死亡診断書で
That's
す
the
ね。
death certificate of the
何か問題でも？
principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
いや
No, nothing in particular.
それより検察の件
More importantly, you've done well with regards to the prosecutors.
特捜部長は
Cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
あいつには捏造柄
I had him
か
work
なり
quite substantially on forging
しっ
evidence.
かり弔ってや
His
る
loss should be mourned.
僕が回答の
It
尋
was
問
thanks
室
to
に
his
入れ
efforts
ば
that I could enter the Fenalty's interrogation room too.
検察も彼の
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
それにしても回
At
答
any
様
rate,
々ですよ。
I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
邪魔者はいなくなった
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine. And on to the next story. The snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for the candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
選挙ね。
Elections, huh? Hey,
俺ら
no
投
matter
票
to
できねえ
us.
し
It's not
関
like
係ね
we
えけ
can
ど。
vote in them many ways yet.
そろそろ再開しましょう。
Why don't we resume our conversation?
回答団も再集
Well, the
結したし。
Fenalties
いよ
are
いよ
back
反撃だ
together. We
な
can finally take it to Akichi and the bastard backing him.
その黒幕は分かったの
If
か
you figured out who's behind all this.
明智のやつ殺
Akichi
した後に
accidentally
安
let
心
that
して
slip
ポロリ
after
し
the
た
murder.
指導さん
He said, Shido-san.
指導ってど
Shido.
っかで
Feels
聞い
like
た
I've
こと
heard
ある
that
な。
name before.
警察の内部に
He
通じ
is
てるなんて
unmistakably a man of
Soto
power
no
if he
Kenryoku
has
sama
such strong
machigaiない.
connections to the police.
指導
Shido.
指導正
Could it
義
be Masayoshi Shido?
それ
Who?
確か政治
I
家の
believe he's a politician.
ほら
Remember you,
リュウジが
Yuji?
演説うるさ
You
いって
said
言っ
his
てた
speech was too loud.
マジ？
For real?
指導が黒幕
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind. Huh?
証拠でもあ
Do
る
you
の
have some kind of evidence?
物証はないわ
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility.
まず
First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic
回
breakdowns.
答団に対しても
He
批判的
maintained a
な態度
negative
を貫
stance
いて
toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity.
しかもこの選挙後で
On
勝て
top of
ば
that, he'll most likely become the next prime minister if he wins this upcoming election. No.
選挙を狙いす
Did
ま
he
した
set us up with that election in mind?
もし本当に黒
If
幕
he's
なら
behind all
清
this,
廉なパ
that
ブリ
would
ックイメ
be
ージ
in
とは
stark
正反
opposition
対
to his honest public image.
今の地位や人気
So
は
his current
対人化の
position
恩恵
and
に過ぎないって
popularity
ことね
is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
絶対に改心
Make
させ
him
る
have a change of heart no matter what it takes.
お母さん
Mom.
指導か
Shido, huh?
どうしました？
What's the matter?
あいつが関
I
わって
had
い
a
る
feeling he
気
was
配は
wrapped up in all of this.
前の仕事のつてでな
Just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
若者研究を潰して資料を押収
I
し
think
た
the
の
one
は
who crushed
あの
Wakaba's
指導
research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido.
いや
From the
そも
moment
そも
Wakaba
若者
died,
が
I
死ん
had
だ
a
のか
hunch he was
けど
involved.
俺は何もで
There
きな
wasn't
かっ
anything I could do, so I chose
た
to
双葉を
protect
守ること
Futaba
を
and
選
went
んで
into
身を
hiding.
隠した
それ早く
Why
言え
didn't
よ
you say that sooner?
言ったらお前ら
You
絶対
guys
に向
would
か
have
ってい
definitely
っただ
gone
ろ
after him if I
返
hadn't.
り討ちに遭うに決まってる
He would have just killed all of you, no
邪魔者は
doubt.
殺して当
That's
たり
what
前
he usually does
そ
to
んな
people
奴
who
が
gets in his way.
廃人化はもともと
Originally, I
私
was
の
looking
追って
into
た
the
事
mental
件
shutdown
精神暴
cases.
走に関連
It
す
was
る
then
政
I
府の
accidentally
研究を
stumbled upon government research regarding psychotic breakdowns.
研究データの
So I
所在
tracked
を
down the
追って
whereabouts of that
関係
research
者を
data
当
and
たって
met
いた
with
頃
the
だった
associated parties.
マスターもその一人
Boss was one of those parties.
廃人化と精
I
神
would never have
暴走
imagined all of this
それ
was
に指
connected.
導全てが関係していたなん
Mental
て
shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even a fan of these actions.
シードは
Way
昔か
back
ら
when,
そういう
Shido
ものと
kept
周
saying
り
he
に
was
言
going
って
to be prime
俺
minister
は
one
キラ
day.
と誰
Nobody
も信じ
believed
な
him
かったもん
though.
だが
このまま指導が
What's
そう
going
に
to
なった
happen to this country if Shido
この
becomes
国も
prime minister?
世界も
What about the world?
それ以前の問題だ
The issue is simpler than that.
信念も
This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will
大
on
衆
the
の頂
public.
点に立とうとしている
そんな腐った
Gotta
やつ
expose that rotten bastard.
ああいつも通りに
Yeah,
な
we'll do it like always.
早速ナビで確認しま
Then
しょう
let's check the nav.
総理候補
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for prime minister.
来た
Got a hit. Well, duh, it ain't a surprise he has one.
場所はどこだ
Where would the location be?
政治家っ
What kind of
て
things go through a politician's head?
裏金とか腹
I
黒
always think of dirty money and shady actions.
あいつら
What
普
does
段
he
どこで
do?
何してんだ
And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
パレスは
This
政治家
palace
の
must be
集まる
somewhere
場所
that
でしょ
politicians
Yeah.
frequent. Any ideas, Yuri? Election headquarters.
スケール小
Talk
さ
about small scale.
国会議事堂じゃない
Perhaps it's the Diet building. Diet
反
building?
応した
We got a hit.
国会が居城
How
なの
arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet building?
次のターゲット
Our
は
targets, our next target is the big shot politician Masayoshi
も
Shido.
ちろんそうだろ
We're gonna do this, right? We have to.
おや
Hell yeah.
反対のやつ
Nobody against it, right?
もちろん
Of course.
相手にとって不足
We
はな
will
い
be a worthy opponent.
みんなで勝とう
Let's win this together.
敵討ちだ
Time for revenge.
満場一致だ
And
な
it's unanimous.
あとは議事堂を何だ
All
と
we
思っ
gotta
て
do
る
now is
か
figure out what he
そのキーワ
thinks
ード
of,
だけだな
that the diet building place is.
あのアプリなのね
So, that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
おっさんには
No
分かん
far
ない
like me can't wrap his head around all of this stuff.
選挙前日には片付け
We'll
終え
have
る
to
べき
deal with this before election day,
総選挙は
December
12
18th.
月
That
18
means
日
we
だ
need
か
it
ら
done by the
17
17th.
遺体処理の偽装がバレる前に
It's best we
急
hurry
いで
before they discover there's nobody in the morgue.
じゃあ早速明日から
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
つか学校どうす
That
んだ
reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
川上先生は
Miss
実家の都合で
Kawakami
しばらく
said he
成
went back
中
home for
って言って
family
たけど
reasons.
学校にはそう届けてやる
That's what I told the school.
じゃあ生きてんのバレん
Don't
な
let
よ
them find out you're alive then,
この作戦が無意
alright?
味になっ
This
ちま
whole
う
thing would be done for nothing.
どういうことだ
What do you mean?
今回の作戦に
This
は
operation had
明智
another
の手か
purpose
ら
outside
逃れ
of
る以外に
escaping
もう
Akichi's
一つ狙い
clutches.
があるんです指導は
Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves to deceive the public at the same time.
たくさんの人生を狂わせた
He has ruined countless lives and even made Guru Akichi, a student, assist him with
そんな大悪党
assassinations.
改心だけじゃ
A
生
mere
ぬるい
change
で
of
す
heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
警察が怪盗団のリーダーは獄中自殺
We'll be making use of the
発表
police
したのを利用するんです
statements that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide.
死んだはずの
Our
リーダ
leader,
ーが
who is
派手に名乗
presumed
り出る
dead,
んです
will
よ
come out of hiding to deliver a grand
自分
statement.
は脱獄した
He'll say he
自殺なん
escaped
か
his
してい
prison,
ない
not
むしろ
committed
悪党に
suicide, and was
殺
in
され
fact
なきゃ
almost killed by a criminal.
関係者みんな大物だ
Everyone's gonna flip.
お前ら
You guys thought all this through, too?
俺ら頭
We're
脳
intellectuals, you know.
だから実際に捕まっ
That's why
て死
you
んでみせる
needed
なん
such
て
a daring
危
trick
険
as
なト
getting
リックが
captured and
必要だ
appearing
っ
to be
た
killed.
とんでもない子供たちね
Frightening teenagers.
でも
But the true
本当の
battle
問
has
題
only
は
yet
ここまだ
begun.
第一ラウンドを
We
取
won
った
the
だ
first round, but we must stay on our toes.
ああ打ち
Yeah,
上
this
げ
ain't
るよ
the
うな
time to
空
be
気じゃねえのは
celebrating.
分かってんぜ
俺たちを罠にはめ
These
て
people tried to
殺そうとするよう
trap
な
and
非
kill
道
us.
で計
There's
算
no
高い
end to
から
their inhumane, conniving
気を
nature.
引き締めていかないとな
We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way. Yo,
ようやくここまで来
we
た。
finally made it this far.
お前と出会って
It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
当時あなたは
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy.
出る杭を打とうと
Because
す
of
る
that,
輩
those who wanted
スキャンダルを狙われ
to
た
preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
腐った老害ども
To
の
think
罠に
I
は
would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in
その
power.
時だったな。
I recall that's when you came to me, you promoted yourself saying you
お前
had
が売り
special
込んできた
powers.
例の認知の研
If it
究を偶
wasn't
然
for
か
the
じっていな
research
けれ
and
ば頭がお
cognition
かし
that
い
I dabbed in, I would have thought you went insane.
僕はトラブル相手を暴走さ
I've
せ
made
て
those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
まさか他人の
Think
心
that
を
tampering
放
with a
送で
person's
も
heart
配
could
信
trigger a
からも
psychotic lapser's mental shutdown.
そんなお前が今後
And
も
when
支援
someone
す
like
る
that
と
said he'd support me, I had suspected
勘ぐったもの
there'd be an ulterior motive.
志の高い
Because I
思想に
sympathize
共
with
鳴
your
したからです
aspiring ideology.
国の将来
I
の
believe
ため
that
に
your ideals
あな
needed
た
to
の
be
理想を
achieved
成
for
し
the
遂げ
sake
な
of
け
our
ればいけない
country's future.
まあ信じたか
Well,
ら
my
こそ
faith in you
あ
was
の研
precisely
究を
why I
強引に
pulled the
引き
plug
上
on
げ
that
た
research.
力はお前だけが使
I
え
only
ば
need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
一式若葉
But
でしたっけあの研究者
Shiki, was it? That
素直
researcher?
に従えば
She
死
wouldn't
ぬこと
have
は
had
な
to
かった
die if she just complied.
どんな小さな懸念
Any
根
suspicion
元
should
か
be
ら外
snubbed out. Even the smallest
不審な点は
doubt
大
must
概
be
に
severed at the root.
何しろこちらには
After all, we
現
had
役
an
の知見特
active
捜部
public
長が味
prosecutor's
方してく
office
れていたし
director on our side until recently.
呆れますよね
Astounding, isn't it, to think the director himself
特
often
捜部
forged
長
evidence to
自
secure his
らそう言わ
promotion.
れた時驚いて
He
ま
was
した
quite
ね
surprised
あの
when
人
you confronted him about it.
誰が
He
漏らした
didn't know who leaked that information.
ま
Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did that himself.
すでにこの国の情勢は行き詰
Country's
まって
affairs have become
政界に
stagnant.
は既得権益の中毒になった老人どもが未だ牙城を守
The
ろうと
political
収まった
world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests.
大衆はそんな政治を見
The
返して
general public has
もはや
forsaken
関わろうとすら
such
しなかった
political affairs
こ
and
の
don't
まま
even
では破
bother.
滅が待つのみ
Bother, only ruin awaits us.
同感ですね
I must agree.
無能な奴らと一
There's
緒
no
に滅び
need
て
to
やる
be
ことはない
ruined
私が
along
国
with
家
such
を活へと
incompetent fools.
導
I
く
would lead this country to its revival.
理想の達成
Those
に
who get in
は
my
時に
way
邪魔
must be
者の排除
eliminated
が
at
やむな
times.
し
That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
とはいえ性
Still,
的の
it
死
would
亡やスキャ
stand
ンダ
out
ルが
if
不
there
審
were
に続くと
continuous
目
deaths
立ち
and
ますよね
scandals with your political rivals.
だから
Which
不
is
審じ
why
ゃ
I
な
made
くし
them
て
suspects.
僕が暴走させたターゲ
Prosecute the
ットを
targets that are
僕
turned
自身が
psychotic
告発して
and
華麗
solve
に
them
解
as
決する
cases unrelated to you.
カリスマ名探
And
偵の
thus,
誕
the
生だ
charismatic ace detective was born.
おかげで私は
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished and I've
大衆の人気を
monopolized
独り占め
public
に権
opinion.
威さえ得てしまえば
Once I've
あと
gained
は
public
勝手に
sentiment,
各界から
sentiment,
協力者がす
collaborators
り寄って
from all sectors began approaching me on their own.
警察だって例外じ
Police
ゃない
were no
も
exception.
ともとこちらは
Their
警
management
察
in
の
my
幹部が
pocket,
抑えている
keeping them in check was easy.
怪盗団が出てきた時
When the Phantom Thieves
少し
emerged,
厄介な
I
こと
thought
になる
things
と
might
思い
become
ましたけど
somewhat
ね
troublesome.
調べてみればただの
And
ガ
they
キ
were
ども
just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
あなたからそのアイディア
You
を聞
told
い
me
た時
that I knew then that you were a better man.
怪盗人気の盛
Their
り上がりは
popularity was
少し
big
予
beyond
想を
my
超えていたが
expectations, but
その
flipping it
分
made
裏返
the
った
negative press
おかげで
stronger.
私は
After
た
all,
だ連中
all
を
I had
叩
to
い
do
て
was
いただけ
openly
で
berate
常に
them.
支持が
I've been
集まって
gaining more supporters
折し
since.
も現政権は
The current
不祥事
administration is
続き
dead
完
with
全に
ongoing
支持
scandals.
当
Never
然
mind
だ
the fact that
私
they're
が暴
doing
走
my
させたら
doings.
ついには与党内まで
Even the government parties have begun splitting
そ
up.
して
They're
狙い通り
dissolved
解
and they're
散
dissolving just as planned.
いよいよだ
Time has finally
も
come.
うすぐ主
Just
要
a
の椅
little
子に
more,
手が届く
and I will take the seat of Prime Minister.
だが
However,
就任のゴール
inauguration is my goal. That's when
ここから
everything
が
truly
後
begins.
人任せで利己
I'll
的
make
な
this country
国民の
rich for the
ため
sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others. Rely on others.
つまり
In other
世
words,
界
you're
と
creating
渡
a
り合え
powerful
る
country that can
強い
compete
国
with
の
the
創
world.
設
皆私
The
の思想
public
に共
resonates
鳴
with
し
my
てツイート
ideals
している
and follows
その
me.
ためには
And for that, some sacrifices can't
そ
be
れが が
avoid it.
選ばれし
It is
者
my
である
duty as the
私の
chosen
使命
one.
だしかし
Your
ここ
assistance
まで
has been
順調
very
に来られ
influential
た
in making
お
my
前の
plans
力
proceed
が
smoothly.
私が総理になった
When I become
暁に
Prime
は
Minister,
ど
I'll
んな
grant you
願いが
whatever
叶え
wish
て
you
やる
want.
今回の一件で
With his
僕
most
の名は
recent
全国
case, my name
いや
has become known
世界に
across
ま
the
で
country,
轟きま
perhaps
した
even the world.
人心を操る
Surely my
怪人
story will be passed
法
down
の
as a
力
hero
と頭
who
脳
won
で打
against
ち勝った
monsters
ヒーロ
that
ーとし
could
て
control people's
あと
hearts.
は出しゃばらず
I believe I'll lay low and
学
divert
問に励みますよ
myself to my studies.
お前くらいの年じゃ
Suppose with your age,
生
you
臭い
wouldn't come up
思い
with
つかんか
debauched desires.
将来のことは
Thinking about the future, though. It's like things will finally settle down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow. Get some rest, okay?
さてと
The chief's right. Let's take it easy for today.
つけておこう
Yo, and this is where I'ma stop the video. How it go? I thought this was the end of the whole game, but insane. They tricked us up. I can't even lie. Yo, hold up. Did I save it? Gotta make sure I ain't playing. We gonna continue this in the next video, and I guess we going after the Prime Minister hard. Well, the prospect. Yo, this is crazy. So I gotta steal Shido's heart.
やるか
Wow. I appreciate everybody got a chance to watch the video, man. I love y'all. Protect your energy. Take your time. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm gonna see y'all there. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe. Do it for your boy. Do it for Cloud. We get with y'all, man. Damn, this joint is crazy.